You slap down 10 bucks of the roulette table, and so does the guy next to you. You both win your bet. The dealer slides you $20, but the other guy gets $360. And with a payout like that, he probably jumps up and down and nearly knocks over his drink. How did the same bet size result in such radically different payouts? That's what we're looking at in this video. I'm going to show you how roulette payouts work. I'll show you which payouts are the humble kind, and which ones turn you into Mr. Jumps-a-lot over here with a huge return. Welcome to Ninja Gamblers, where you'll learn the smartest strategies for roulette, blackjack, and more. Subscribe and hit the bell to stay ahead of the game and boost your chances of winning big. If you want to take your roulette skills to the next level, grab our Roulette Mastery Playbook. It's our complete guide to beating roulette like a pro. You'll find it linked in the description and the first comment below. Finally, don't forget to join our Telegram channel for exclusive content we don't share on YouTube. Links below too. Roulette payouts look kinda cryptic, with 1-to-1, 8-to-1, 11-to-1, stuff like that, but they're actually really easy. This ratio simply refers to how much the casino pays you compared to how much you risked. That said, roulette payouts only matter if the casino actually pays them, and believe me, not every casino does. You do not want to get caught up in one of those. Scam casinos are everywhere, and at first glance, they look like normal, trustworthy sites. They have a sleek website, polished games, and easy deposits. But when it comes time to cash out, suddenly your cash is frozen and support stops responding. It's happened to me, and it's brutal. The best way to avoid this nightmare is to stick to pre-vetted, guaranteed safe casinos. We've personally tested and researched hundreds of casinos and pulled together a list of the ones that are licensed, monitored, and proven to pay. You'll find that list linked in the description. Only play from that list to avoid scams. Anyway, I'll get off my soapbox now, because this video is about payouts, not scams. But I've heard horror stories out there, so I know it's worth repeating. Okay, back to roulette payouts. Roulette payouts are written as two numbers, with a colon in the middle, like 1:1 or 8:1. But, and this is very important, do not say 1:1 at the casino. They'll think you're crazy. Instead, you say 1-to-1 or 8-to-1. This ratio tells you how much you profit compared to how much you put down. That's the technical answer. But let me show you an easy trick to determine your payout. You just multiply your bet by the first number. That's your profit. Then, add the amount of your original bet. The final number is your return. Also, remember that you win your initial bet back. So 1-to-1 doesn't mean you bet 10 and win 10. You win 10 plus your original bet. So in practice, you win 20. You double your money. A column pays 2-to-1. But that in practice means you bet 10 and win 20 plus original bet. So 30 in total. So let's rewind that earlier spin as an example. You throw down $10 on black, which means you win 1-to-1 if the ball lands in any black pocket. You win, so the dealer slides you $10 profit, which is $10 times 1. They also return your original $10 bet, so now you have $20. As for your big winning neighbor, he bet his $10 straight up on one single number. Not exactly a wise move, but hey, he got lucky. Now, when he wins his bet, multiply $10 times 35, and his payout is now $350. Then, the dealer slips his original bet back too, and that guy walks with $360. The same would go for an 11-to-1 payout, 2-to-1 payout, and so on. Now, just because a roulette payout looks impressive, like $350 on a $10 bet, it doesn't necessarily mean you should go for it. Most of the time, the opposite is true. This is why, the more surface area a bet covers, the easier it is to win. Because it's easy, the payout is low. On the other hand, if a bet is hard, or up to darn near impossible, the payout will be huge to reward you for your risk. But hey, you don't have to manage risk and reward on your own. That's what our playbook is for. The playbook guides you through easy, tested strategies to help you win more consistently in roulette. Download it now in the video description. Alright, now, let's look at the actual table and see the types of payouts you can get with roulette. We'll be focusing on the European roulette wheel. This type of roulette has the lowest house edge because it only has 1 0. If you ever have the choice, always choose European roulette, because if you don't, you're shooting yourself in the foot with a house edge that's nearly double. Roulette bets fall into two broad categories: outside bets and inside bets. Outside bets sit along the bottom section of the table here. These are considered the safe plays because most of them cover almost half the wheel, or 48.6% to be exact. These bets include red or black, even or odd, or low versus high numbers. Most outside bets pay 1-to-1, or even money, because they're easier to hit. So if you bet $5 on red and red wins, you profit $5. Easy. The dozens are the one exception of the outside bets. These cover 12 numbers at a time, either the first 12, the middle 12, or the last 12. They include fewer numbers, so they pay slightly better with 2-to-1, or a $20 profit for betting $10. That makes them a nice choice if you want to see more cash, but you're not quite ready to go full daredevil mode, like you would with most inside bets. Inside bets live in the main grid, here. This is where gambling feels more like gambling, if you know what I mean. These bets drift into bigger win territory, but of course, that comes with a healthy dose of yikes when it comes to odds of winning, which can be extremely steep. Inside bets can pay anywhere from 2-to-1 all the way up to 35-to-1, but they can give you as little as a 2.7% chance of winning. Not great. Now, let's look at the inside bets. Column bets, which cover the columns 1-to-34, 2-to-35, or 3-to-36, and 6 lines, which are 2 consecutive rows of numbers, like this or this, sit closer to the safe side. Columns pay 2-to-1, and 6 lines pay slightly better with 5-to-1. That's because they both offer pretty decent coverage across the board, so they won't make you a mega winner, but they could keep you afloat. Basically, they're the middle ground. But once you start shrinking your coverage down to corners, streets, splits, or a single number, be prepared to sweat. A corner bet, which covers 4 numbers forming a square anywhere on the grid, has only a 10.8% chance of winning, but you receive a mighty decent 8-to-1 payout if you do, which would be $80 for betting $10. Street bets include a row of just 3 numbers, so like this, or for example, like this. The payout is great at 11-to-1, so you would turn $10 into $110 in one go. But don't get too excited. You have a very unlikely 8.1% chance of doing so. Side note, it's odds aside, this is my favourite bet to say, because it sounds cool when you place it. Like, I'll put 10 on this street. Very James Bond. A suave street bet has a greater chance than a split, which is 2 numbers next to each other. That, or the ultimate all-or-nothing heartbreaker, the straight-up bet, which puts your entire stake on one lucky number. And if I'm being honest, you've got to be a glutton for punishment to bet only on one number, since you only have a 2.7% chance of hitting it. You'd have a better shot of parallel parking on the first try in front of a crowd of people staring at you. But it's not impossible, and if you're lucky that day, you can snatch up the 35-to-1 payout, which would turn $10 into $350 after one spin. When you compare the steep odds of winning inside bets to the steady outside bets, you can see the trade-off clearly. It's always a balance between chasing the big payout and keeping your bankroll steady. Realistically, many good strategies will use a combination of inside and outside bets to balance your coverage for decent rewards. You can find all of those strategies in our playbook, which is in the video's description. So, there you have it. Roulette payouts aren't rocket science. Just remember, multiply your bet by the payout ratio, then add your original stake. Simple, but understanding how those payouts affect your odds, session structure, and recovery potential. That's where things get interesting. We break it all down. Systems, session logic, loss protection, in our other videos and inside the Roulette Mastery playbook. It's a complete framework for smart, strategic play. And remember, never waste your edge on sketchy casinos. Always play on verified platforms with real, untampered wheels, instant payouts, and limits that actually let your strategy breathe. We've compiled the best ones by country, linked on screen and in the description. If you found this helpful, smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and join our Telegram group for uncensored strategies and exclusive tests that never make it to YouTube. Thanks for watching, see you next time, ninjas.